Hi guys, this is the next video on the knowing and growing others. This one will be a little bit shorter. It's about connection. So this is a very big topic, but I'm going to keep it very simple on how to connect with others. There are a lot of different resources actually out there beyond the ones that I'm going to provide, but this is the basic stuff that I wanted to focus on because it's what I was provided with during the course that I think was awesome and will actually help you understand the team. So it's basically a summary of the semester and what I thought was pretty important to achieve connection with your team members. So this is the MBTI type. This is how I like to start. This is understanding different personality types with people. So there are 16 different types. In one of the earlier videos, I broke down the different kinds, what the different preference pairs are, different tendencies toward it. Basically all the different little sections can pair up, and you can have up to 16 different types of personalities. And there are strengths and weaknesses with each of those types. So if you understand why you've got those personality types, you'll understand how to connect. So it's easier to use those personality types to understand on what level you might be able to connect on. So really good tool to use. The other one that I like is actually understanding the way that they like to get into conflict. So it's the Thomas-Kilmann conflict mode. So this particular resource is about their preferences toward conflict, and I will talk about this one later on in the series. But it does help you understand and connect with people if you understand what happens when they get into an uncomfortable situation, what their preferences are toward how they're going to react to it. So you can connect on that kind of like negative aspect. So conflict mode. So understanding what their personality type is, understanding how they're going to respond in a stressful situation. But one of my favorite ways to connect with people is to actually understand what motivates them, what inspires them, what's their purpose in life, what are their goals. If you are an employee and you've got other employees around you, or you're on a team with them, it would be nice to know who you're with, right? So you can either get into their personal history, find out if they've got a family, if they've got other friends, if they are passionate about biking or what their hobbies are. Different things like that can actually show you what those people are about, what they like to do in their spare time, what they like to volunteer, if they volunteer, where they like to go shopping at, or where they like to travel, things like that will show you what they're passionate about. And I know sometimes it's considered getting too personal if you get into that stuff, but at the same time it does give you some insight to what these people like to do on their free time and where they put their energy to when they're outside that workspace. So it does give you some perspective on who they are. So really nice tool to be able to connect on that level. And then in the workspace, it does give you some idea if you know what motivates them in the work realm. So you can talk to them about what their purposes are and what their personal goals are for themselves, for personal development, for promotion opportunities, things like that. So it gives you opportunity to help them succeed too. And if you get to know them and you connect on different levels, you actually might be able to identify some of their weaknesses or some of the things that they wish they can work on beyond what the MBTI types are, beyond what that conflict mode types are. So I love connection, I love purpose, I love motivation, I love things like that, because you can use it to understand them and then work to inspire them if you catch them, and if you guys get stuck in a rut or you catch them being down, you can repurpose them. So I like that. The another way to actually get to connect is to sit down and actually do feedback sessions. So not only giving feedback, but receiving feedback. It gives you an opportunity to reflect and understand what things are important for them, what things they're identifying that are weaknesses for you, and vice versa. So I love feedback sessions too. Yeah, but connection's very important. It's important to be able to understand that so that you can help them grow as a person and that you can help the team grow together. So continue to work on that as a manager or as a leader or even as an employee with one of your colleagues. Yeah, the references I showed you down there were great tools. The Harvard Business Review, which is one of my favorite books, is also a good tool for that too. So continue to foster that connection with your team, and you'll see why it's so important once you do. All right, thanks.